through as well. So instituted in the year 2000 by the United Nations General Assembly, the 18th of December every year is commemorated to honor the migrants and their contributions.
Okay, let's talk about how migration is hydra-headed in maybe the African perspective. What are the obstacles that they immediately face when a migrant lands in a country?
So for many migrants, just the journey itself can be challenging. But on arrival, especially in the destination countries, it starts with issues of documentation. So there are legal barriers that makes access to health services, access to education, among others, difficult. And then beyond, he has his right to employment. The language becomes a barrier.
And when you say right, that's why anybody goes to another country that's not of their origin.
I mean, voluntary migration is basically if the individual has aspirations for economic reasons. So basically, if the individual has aspirations for economic reasons, so poverty is one of the driving factors.
Right.
There's also involuntary, forced migrations. Beyond that, there are forced ones. Okay. Individuals who are going through persecutions, conflicts in their countries of origin, and so for safety have to move. So yes, these are some of the main driving factors for migration.
I'll come to you on which is the most challenging in the factors, but let me come to Mr. James. Kwame, you're of what origin? But you're in Ghana. How did your migration journey start?
Once again, thank you so much and to be part of this breakfast show. I born and brought up in India.
Okay.
The city named Tuticorin. And in the year 2005, March 12th March 2005,
right.
I came to Accra, Ghana. As I came with a lot of expectations, and as I come, and it is a new, the geolocation changing from one location from the country, people, and but Ghana is given me a purpose.
When you came, did you have to look for people that you identified?
When I came to Ghana, the year 2005, then my brother Emmanuel, he also followed me in the year 2006.
Okay.
And our more relationship, it is going to Ghanaian than any other national. So I feel happy that, that Ghana is a great country. It's a very peaceful country in Africa. The hospitality of Ghanaian, we can say that is a top-notch.
Okay. Even in the beginning, your documentation and all of that, was it not challenging?
Yeah. So when we see this Africa, everybody have the other opinion.
Right.
So when I came, it is a challenging situation.
Right.
But one thing in Africa, especially in Ghana, we need to have a lot of patience to make everything quick. But it is a challenge. So
right.
Number one is talking about that the patience. Number two, about the resistance. So if anything that whatever you are going through are challenges, it should be always we need to be to be calm and focus and overcome the challenges. So
it takes time, eh?
It takes time, yes, please.
Okay.
So as that I started, the year, my journey in Ghana in the year 2005. Now I passed 20 years.
Right.
Wow.
The journey, it is not easy.
Yes.
But by the grace of God, we also gone through. So as I came, as with the purpose.
Right.
To when I came, it was a challenging, and by the grace of God, we overcome the challenges. And the good news is that before, when I came as a migrant, I come to expect something from here. But now I'm turning into a fully Ghanaian. So now my name is James Kwame Rajamani. Thank you.
You're naturalized as a Ghanaian. And I'll come back to you on what you're doing in Ghana and for Ghana as well, because you came with a lot of experience, as you mentioned. And so definitely Ghana would have impacted you in many ways. But how are you also impacting Ghana? I'll come back to you, Dr. Nyako, on which ones are the most challenging. Is it education? marriage, economic. I hear there's also climate migration these days because of what we see in Ghana on our streets with the children migrants.
So, I mean, when it comes to migration factors, each aspect has its own level, depends on the migrant, okay?
Right.
So, for instance, if somebody is moving from the north and coming to the south, it could be because the person is having climate change issues, they are unable to farm on their lands.
internal
Exactly,
migration.
so that's internal migration. Now, if somebody is moving out of Ghana, looking at destination countries, maybe Canada, UK, and other places. It could be employment, it could be education, it could be marriage, family reunification.
Right.
Now, whichever form that you look at it, it has its own challenges.
Okay.
So assuming the person is going via education, does the person have the resources to support and sustain his journey? Is the person going to have the ease through the system? And then, of course, does his certification and qualification allow him to pursue the programs of choice?
Right.
If it is employment, is he or she already qualified to be employed? What kind of labor, are available for him or her? It's basically depending on the migrant, the conditions that he finds himself in from the origin to the destination, and then how he navigates through it all.
Now, some people will make the development arguments that, you know, the West is developed, Europe is developed, so Charlie, you want to go and hustle, greener pastures and all of that. How does the situation look like? Is it better now that maybe young Africans are more confident to stay back in their own countries and make a living for themselves, or they still want to go through the desert?
Migration aspirations are usually different factors, but there's also this African hubs. For instance, the ECOWAS region that allows free movement for 90 days, which is also promoting educational migration. So within the West African region, for instance, somebody can move from Nigeria to Ghana to study. Somebody can move from Ghana to La Côte d'Ivoire to study, and so on and so forth.
Right.
You can move for employment. Once you go there for the 90 days, you have to regularize your stay afterwards. You get a permit and all that. We can't say that migration is going to change over the years because individuals keep on having aspirations, aspirations that need to be fulfilled. So to some extent,
And
if the
go
person
to any extent. Because
exactly,
those who go
if
through
regular
perilous
means
journeys.
exactly. So whether the regular means are there or not, they might even use irregular means to migrate. And at that level, the individual needs simply to be sensitized on the challenges that they might encounter. More reason why this year's theme to me is quite appropriate and most definitely a story on its own. From the time he had the aspiration to move, all the way through the journey to the destination and how they settle.
Right.
So the journeys that they go through individually are very different and diverse. And of course, at that level, the challenges, the navigation, the approaches and strategies will definitely be different too.
Mr. James Kwame, what made settlement easier for you? How did you make, your stay more better or comfortable in Ghana?
Okay, so number one is the people, and we also see the potential. When you talk about Ghana, Ghana is a hidden. If most of the people, most of the Ghanaians, so they migrate looking for the green pasture to Europe and US and other places. So, but I can give guarantee and assurance that everything is here in Ghana.
Everything is in Ghana.
So, okay, as the migration, they can go to another countries, maybe for some education, maybe for some experience, maybe something developing the skill. Is okay. So, but if you're looking at the future, if you go into another country, but now we see that a lot of issues happening across the globe, and now we need to be forced to come back to and the resistance to be overcome. So this migration, when we talk about, it is not started today or yesterday. It's from the time of Adam. Even after the fall, then even they have to be forced to move, or forced migration move out from Garden of Eden to another place. So the migration is not started today or yesterday. It's from it's from the beginning.
It's from the beginning. It goes back to God. But tell us about your business, the Kingdom Exim. How did you start it, and what's its impact like in Ghana?
To Ghana in the year 2005, and with my brother Emmanuel, in the year 2008, we started the Kingdom Exim Ghana Limited with just only $1,000 US. Just only $1,000 US. It's not that we bring big investments or experience or any other thing. So we come with God, and Ghana welcomed us, and we started with $1,000. So as we came as a migrant,
Was the
and
environment friendly to your business?
initially it is a challenge,
Okay.
and as we started, then we don't have any experience
Right.
about the business. We don't have any experience about the environment. So we don't have any experience about legal and other things. So it was really challenging. And as we started with 1,000, and once we started and tried to expand our wing, and it was a challenge, we need to come back to the same place. So we need to have more patient and have more planning, and need to be move forward. So the life is full of challenges. So we know that how we are seeing. So it maybe somebody see that, okay, I went to Ghana, I have the issue, maybe somebody scam or some other issue, so I want to go back to my country. But when we focus, so as the year 2000 start, then from we started as a Kingdomism group, we export of agro commodity like cashew nuts, chia nuts, soya bean, and maize. So we started with the agro commodity in the year 2008. But the year 2017, we also diversified into moving to technology, engineering, constructions, and the hospital industry. So we into various sectors.
Absolutely.
But now we are facing challenges. Yeah. So when we grow big, it is not that it's just easy to move on. So still we are facing challenges.
But your better experience.
Better experience. So where we started from 1,000 and from the millions. So it means that there is a great experience from the lowest to highest. So we are still expecting to go higher because the Ghana welcomed us.
How the ecosystem in Ghana helps foreigners thrive. Now you're a Ghanaian, so you're not even a foreigner. But let me come back to you, Dr. Nyako. So they talked to us about remittances and how it's optimized by the whole migration system.
So for low and middle income economies like ours, remittances basically go to support household incomes. For us, one of the things we can do to optimize it is some financial literacy for the everyday recipients, to know how to rechannel whatever he or she is receiving into more entrepreneurial activities, investment in other areas where they will not be solely dependent on the person remitting to them, but they also become capable of using whatever is coming in to sustain themselves. So I think financial literacy would do a great work in that area.
And for Ghana and African stakeholders, how can they better make migration policies, more acceptable?
Organizations, partners, and international bodies really need to collaborate between the destination countries and the origin countries. Sometimes it is good when we have bilateral agreements. But then again, collaboration should move beyond the agreements and policies, enforcement and execution.
Right.
Of course, sometimes it could also be in the form of engaging the migrants, especially when the policy is being formulated. The migrant perspective will go a long way to also make it more robust and then supportive in the end.
Okay, let me come back to Mr. Jumani. Kwame, the Ghanaians in your company, how many Ghanaians do you have, and how is working with them and then building their capacity?
Okay, so really we're also very happy to work with the Ghanaian. Yeah. Now as we come very close, as there was, when the initial time there was a lot of cultural gaps and communication gaps, family, that they are very good, and they also listens, and because of now we are as is Africa, especially Ghana, we are progressing. So as that we are also giving a lot of skills developments to improve. So we say that, okay, as a Kingdomism group, we are also a university, so we train people and to to also develop a lot of people. It is not that only to employ, but also we supported the other young entrepreneurs, youngsters that we supported to start their own businesses.
Oh, okay.
So we also
small
doing,
startups.
Yes.
Okay, and so as a Ghanaian who is overseeing and owning a young Ghanaian business, what would be your advice to our leaders to make the environment more conducive for migrants to come in, to be able to settle well, to be able to impact back in the society they find themselves. Because most leaders would not want migrants who are a nuisance, who are all over the streets, who do not have access to health services.
Okay, so, as Ghana, we're also coming up, more powerfully in Africa. So we can say that soon Ghana become the, Dubai in Africa. And at the same time, we see that as the impact made, now we've seen a lot of investors, and they are coming all over the world.
Right.
And this is the time we see that the 2025 when we started, this is a lot of things that the confidence is coming back to Ghana, and like before, like a previous like the exchange, foreign exchange issues, and also the employment, a lot of things. So we've seen now the year 2025,
right,
because of the new policies, and as that even the president is going all over the world, bring businesses, and we've seen that there's a lot of things is happening. So now as the youngsters, so now they need to be more patient and welcoming the investors, welcoming the investment to take advantage of the investment. So now in Africa, we see that almost most of the countries, the coup, they know that they have the political instability. But in Ghana, it's almost about more years, in I think 43 years plus, that we having the stability economically and politically. So this is one of the peaceful countries. So now as the youngster, they take advantage of, this what we are going to get.
Right.
So I know that when there is no is unemployment, a lot of the other things are happening and want to learn. So learn, and they can gradually need to improve. So if you are trying to go for quick money, it's a challenge. So the youngsters have to be more patient and to be learn what they know, or maybe they have the new skills. Things.
Right.
So as that the government and Ghana's, is open for business. So I think that there is a lot more to come, and it's going to be a great in Africa and beyond.
Absolutely. So youngsters gain more skills, making quick money, and government and stakeholders need to look at unemployment. It is a big issue in Ghana and on the African continent. Absolutely. Doc, I'd like us to wrap up with what...
A knowledge hub, not just in Ghana, but the West African sub-region and beyond, helping with training academics, engaging in research, coming up with relevant. They're also supporting government when it comes to drafting. It is one of the best places for us as a country to really understand what is going on with migration issues because of the nature of research that they are conducting, and then of course to also really help with policy formulation and then drafting frameworks generally.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tell us about the anniversary. I know that's coming
up. The center has its 20th anniversary coming up next year. We start with a launch. On the 27th to 29th, we had the launch, and then a conference and workshop that comes up in January 27th to 29th. And then, of course, in April, we have some series of activity. We have an evening with the alumni. That's on the 26th. There's a health walk where we are also going to synthesize just a snap of fingers. You know? We have a fair exhibition and conference with the African Union. I mean, it's going to be a whole year packed of activities. We are hoping to have the general public, we are hoping to have civil bodies, and then, of course, our partners in migration management issues as well. We are hoping to have the general public engage, in our activities. To those who have not heard so much about migration, that would be a good time to learn so much about it. For researchers, it's a good time to also, engage in interactions and share with the world.
I see that you do a lot of media activation. There are documentaries on migration. I see the center has on GBC's channels that, do a lot of education on what the numbers are, what the reality is. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Mr. Germany. You have a final word.
I want to send this message to across the world.
Go ahead.
Ghana is open for business. So to the migrants and investors. So bring your idea, bring your knowledge, bring your investment. Ghana is a safe, in Africa. Thank you.
You actually sound like one of the UN ambassadors. Ghana is open for business. Or Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. You are Kwame,
Yes,
so.
yes.
Thank you so much. I've been speaking to Dr. Sarah Nyako. She's alumni of the Center for Migration Studies, University of Ghana. James Kwame Rajamani is with the Kingdom Exim Group, and he's been sharing his experience about journeying from 2005, you say, from India to Ghana, you know, finding his feet, setting up his company today, improving on skills of young Ghanaians and the business community. He says Ghana is open for business. He says migration takes time and patience before you gradually find your feet in a country. Dr. Sarah Nyako has talked about all the policy formulations that stakeholders have done and the various issues that push people for migration, how they can be tackled as well and made better. This has been the discussion on the International Migration Day, which is marked every on the 18th of December. I'm Altitude Saida Sadek. That's it for this segment. Up next, the militant dancers are in their house. But the Lightning and Home Decor Festival is still happening here outside at the GBC forecourt. So come here. It's for free. There's free breakfast. There's lots of stuff to buy. It's powered by GTV.